I am Chavi Sharma from Girls Buzz and welcome back. So as I mentioned earlier, today we are going to have a very special guest with us. She is a survivor. She got electrocuted at a young age of 12 and she lost her right arm in that accident. So today we talk to this brave girl live and get to know how she bounced back in life and what does she do to stay so motivated in life. So I'm waiting for her. Till then, hi everyone. How is everyone doing? Thank you for joining this live session with Girls Pass. Hi everyone. So today we are going to have this live session with a survivor who lost her right hand in an accident when she was just 12. Hi
Hi,
Paulami, welcome back.
thank
Now you
you. I
have
hope
to
everything is
quickly.
now it's better. I hope.
Yeah. So let's not keep everyone waiting and thank you so much for joining this live session with Girls Pass.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad to be live and as I said, share my journey with
Yeah,
everyone.
I see your reels. They're beautiful reels. We'll talk about them later on. So let's start with your journey. So please tell us about your journey. Tell us more about that accident that happened back then.
Okay, so I have been born and brought up in Mumbai and I'm a single child and I had a lovely childhood like every other kid. And being an only child, my entire extended family stays in Hyderabad, like all my paternal uncles and aunts and cousins. So
Mhm.
Hyderabad was one place for me where I would look forward to go and spend my time with all the cousins, and that would be like my most awaited time. So this
Yeah.
is in 2001, and I was 12 years old, and I was visiting Hyderabad to meet my cousins, and I was all by myself.
Okay.
So we were, I was there for almost a month, and me and my cousins, we were playing on the balcony, and so there were these wires that was right outside the second floor balcony. So this is the major problem with Hyderabad. Like they have these high tension electric wires right outside of like a first floor or a second floor house.
Really?
And the
Oh.
ones that we see in Mumbai that are overhead on the highways, but this
Mhm.
was right outside a second floor house. And we were playing, and I did not know if those are wires. I thought it's a mere clothesline. So we took this rod and those small utensils you get to play as kids. So we attached
Mhm.
one of those on the rod and we were pretending as if we are fishing.
Okay.
So, so we were doing, it was I think around 4 o'clock, I think in the afternoon. And suddenly the rod slipped off my hand and it went on the wire. So I did not know that those are live electric wires. I went to catch
Mhm.
hold of the rod and accidentally caught hold of the wire. And then that's when I realized that was actually an 11,000 high voltage electric wire that
Oh,
was passing with live current. So
it's
I
bad.
was immediately electrocuted and I fell unconscious at that time.
Mhm.
And I caught the wire with my right hand. So because of the high
You are a
impact of the
right-hander,
electric
Paulami.
right hand.
Okay.
So because of the impact of the electric current, my right hand got stuck onto the wire, and I fell unconscious. But luckily, I think that there were some electric fluctuation that was happening, and for a
Mhm.
microsecond, the electric current went off, and that is how I could just get off the wire, and then I was thrown
Mhm.
aback. Um, I was bleeding, my entire body was burned, and because of
Mhm.
I screamed so loud, my uncle and aunt they came rushing and they saw me. I was lying there on the floor. They caught hold of me and they took me to the hospital. And upon reaching the hospital, the doctors told us that I've met with 70 to 80% of burns all over my body, and uh, I was then rushed to the ICU, and then my further treatment began. And my parents were back in Mumbai. I was all by myself, and then they were informed, and they were not ready to believe what is happening. No, 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 it's okay. We don't want to. Maybe she's just scared. It's okay. She'll be fine. They did not know it's such a huge thing has happened. Somehow, my uncle convinced them to come to Hyderabad. They came, and my treatment was going on. So for a week, I have no memory whatsoever. Um, it was very, very bad. And after a week, there's this condition called gangrene that started spreading in my right hand. So there was no other choice left with the doctor other than amputation. So they took the decision, and then my right hand was amputated right after a week of the incident. And there is just been in and out, 12 years old, no knowledge about what exactly has happened. No one is sharing with me, and I'm trying to figure out by myself. So it was a very, very, very tough journey. And I spent almost in a span of, I think, 6 to 7 months, I was in the hospital, in and out of surgeries. And took me almost more than 10 months to actually stand up on my feet again and restart my life.
I mean, listening to all this, it's giving me goosebumps listening to all this. Sounds so bad, seriously. I mean, you were just 12 when you went through all this. So bad, seriously. Okay, so it must have been like, so difficult for you because you were, as you mentioned, you were just 12 years back then. So who was your support system back then who, helped you to rise up on your feet?
Definitely my parents, definitely hands down. The kind of courage and strength they have shown way back, I think uh, it's very tough to hold this courageous face and not get upset in front of me and, have a brave face so I don't feel sorry about the situation or I don't get let down. And and I think they have been the ones to show me that nothing is wrong. Okay, it's something that happened. It shouldn't have happened, but it was not my fault. I was playing like a normal child. I was on the balcony, oblivious to the surrounding. I was just in my own world, and suddenly something like this hits. And so they've always taught me one thing: it's not your fault. You don't have to be ashamed or or fearful of this entire situation. And I think they are the ones who showed so much of strength and who inculcated so much of strength in me. And I think the transition of something huge that has happened, that 1 year. So when I was in the hospital, uh, and when I went back home, the transition of something so huge and magnanimous to something like small things at home, that no, do this, do that, and if I couldn't do something, like, so what, try it. एक बार ट्राई करो, दो बार ट्राई करो, तीसरी बार भी नहीं हुआ तो सीख है, बट खुद से कोशिश तो करो. सो दैट आई थिंक वो जो नॉर्मल सी जो लाए इतना स्मूथली कि मैं ऐसा जता कि मेरे साथ तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है. So that, I think, really, really helped me overcome this entire incident.
And you just mentioned that, you suffered 70% burns and all. So definitely your body too must have gone through a tremendous change after that accident. So how did you accept all that?
I kept asking, I had a lot of questions. Mainly my school had begun. So this was right after I gave my sixth standard, and this was in the summer vacation before the seventh standard begins. And in that period, my school also had begun, and I was in the hospital, and I had many questions. What has happened? What is wrong? Why am I here? What happened to my hand? And no one would answer because no one wanted me to go through or feel upset about the situation. So I had no answers, and I'm just wondering that why am I here? And I was worried that I wanted to go back to school. So I kept asking Mama, when will I go to school? When will I meet my friends? So that was the most major concern. As a 12-year-old, you want to go back to school, hang out with your friends, and live that school life. So that is something that really bothered me. But it was very, very tough, very tough. That entire 2001 year was very, very bad. But I think it's that, as I said, I think parents have really helped me overcome this.
And the way you put up in your reels, it looks like so much fun. But living your life with a prosthetic hand is not easy. So how do you like bounce back to normal life? How do you manage all that?
I will not say that I was always like this.
Mhm.
Initially, I have been through a lot of struggle. 1 year when I accepted this is it, this is my life, and um, uh, so the journey till that point was extremely tough. Extremely, like I remember, I had scars all. I still, of course, have scars all over my body. I would
Yes.
not wear sleeveless clothes. I would wear full sleeve clothes. I would hide my prosthetic arm with a dupatta. I would wear jeans. I would not wear skirts or shorts. So I was always in that fear that my scars would be shown, or what if someone comments on my hand. So I
Yes.
have been in that stage where I wanted to shut myself in the house and not go out and not face the world. So school life was
Mhm.
comparatively easy because uh, you know them since like nursery. You have them all by yourself, and it's like a family. So facing them was a
Yes.
little easier. But then when
Mhm.
I passed out of school and I went to college, meeting whole new set of people and teachers and the whole new crowd. They did not know anything that's happened to me. That was a more struggling point, I think, in my life. So I went
Yes.
to college, and then I got those stares and questions and looks, and and whispers, देख 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 इसका हाथ देख, अरे इसका इसका ये
Mhm.
हाथ भी plastic का है, and question and comments like that.
Mhm.
So I and then that's when I realized I uh, can't deal with such comments, and you know it was really really triggering at that point of time.
Mhm.
So even that phase came where I shut myself. I told my parents I don't want to go out. I don't want to deal with this. So
Mhm.
it has been tough. Um, but then
You know,
my parents,
people judge you like this, but now I just came to know about you through your Instagram account, and it's just beautiful account with amazing reels.
thank
So all
you,
this has made you so strong, so positive. You are an example for all of us.
thank you. So that is
Okay.
why at that one point I had to accept, and I told myself that this is it. This is how my life is going to be. So it's
Yes.
I think it's very easy to shut yourself and cry about it and not face the world and just be in your own room and
Mhm.
not go out. I think that is easy, but my parents taught me that go out, face the world, and gather yourself and be comfortable in your own skin. है तो है. एक हाथ नहीं है तो क्या हुआ? Focus on your abilities rather than your inabilities. That is what they always taught me. And so today I don't I'm not fearful about these things anymore. It's way past me now.
And we all think like this. हमारे पास ये नहीं है, हमारे पास वो नहीं है, and but these judgments and these will like never stop. So it's the better way out is just stop caring about this and be on your own. Just love yourself.
Yeah. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे,
Okay.
लोगों का काम है कहना ये अगर
Yeah.
if you believe in this, then I think everything is it becomes smoother.
You can be never perfect for anyone. It's just in your mind. You just love
Yes.
yourself. So following this question, I want to ask you particularly, you lost your right hand. So you used to write with your right hand. So how did you manage your life during school time and college time?
So, all of my childhood, I think I've been a very creative sort of a person. I used to love arts and crafts, and I was very good at painting, and I would love doing it. So when
Okay.
I met with this incident, that one thing really bothered me. That how will I do those things again? You know.
Hmm.
So somehow I wanted to get back and start doing those things by myself. So I we got this prosthetic. Uh, I asked with it or no. Uh, they said, of course. I mean, but you need to practice. So I practiced a lot when I got my prosthetic hand. To get used to it was a very, very big task. It was heavy,
Mhm.
and it would hurt my stump, and I was not comfortable with it because all uh, I got it very late. So I was very used to not having it. And then when I got my prosthetic hand, this is something I really wanted to do. So I held the pen, and I was like, let me try if I can. And it was very tough. Like I had when I first started out, there was like one letter a page. They were so big, and it was very tough. So it took me more than a month. I practiced a lot. I wrote an entire book. I filled it. So from one big letter, I came down to one small letter in one line, and that's just because I really wanted to do it, and I had a small goal in my head that no, I want to start writing and doing painting again. So yeah, 1 month's rigorous practice.
Are you still painting?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes when I do get the
Trying
time.
to give up on your passions. Great, great. So, talking of all that, now you're married, you have a family life, you have a beautiful daughter. I saw that reel in which, she was doing that artwork. So, how do you manage everything?
Um, it is handling my child is of course tough because when she was born, there were so many things I could not do for her. I have not changed her diaper. I have not bathed her. I have not, put on the clothes for her. I can't do those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my husband's help, and I of course have my mother who's helped me a lot throughout my journey. So I take help, and I don't shy when I need help, and so that way I think it's become better with the support system around.
That's the big thing, because asking for help, it doesn't lessen anything about us.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's so
So,
motivating and so relieving.
so I focus on all the things that I can do for her,
Mhm.
and so that's about it.
Okay, so this literally shows that women are born fighters, and Paulami, you are a perfect example of that. So, would you like to share something with our audience today, which can motivate them and help them to stay positive in life? Because the reels that you share on your account, I mean, it looks like you're having fun with a prosthetic arm, but there is a message hidden behind each and every reel. I find them better than TED Talks and all those things. It
Thank
shows that how positive you can be in your life. So
you.
share something with the audience today.
I have met people who are scared to face the world if they have some sort of, if they're differently challenged. And my only message to everyone is that I think you should be comfortable in your own skin and accept the situation. Once you accept it, then there's no looking back. And you don't have to be fearful of anyone else. You need to focus on yourself and how you can make your life a better version of it. And
Exactly.
yeah, and I think you should, as I said, focus on your abilities rather than inabilities. It was it could have been very easy for me to cry and, oh my God, I lost my hand. Now what?
Hmm.
Now how will I look at my life, or how will I deal with my life? I think that is very easy, but to again get back on your feet and to face everything. And yes, okay, ek hath to ek hath, but what I can do with my left hand, let's target on those things. So that will really help you bounce back in life. And yes, be positive. Eh, Sometimes it's very easier said than done, but there is always a perspective. And I think if you have a positive perspective and if you have a strong willpower, then things become real smooth. So be comfortable in your own skin. Do not worry about what others think, because everyone will have some or the other negative comments to share or say. But it's better to focus on yourself. And I always say one thing, that if I can do it with 1.5 hands, then what excuse do you have?
That's a beautiful message.
Thank you.
Yeah, so follow me. We just love your reels. So please keep sharing them and please keep motivating us like that. You are a true fighter. You are such a big inspiration. Thank you so much for sharing those reels with
Thank you.
us.
That is the problem. I think the problem is that there is no awareness, and that is why people don't know that there's so many disabilities that are happening, and people are facing
Yes.
with, but we don't have that awareness. So I think just have a very kinder heart, and next time when you see someone, just offer help or just go with a smile instead of having any negative comment. I think that really helps. And uh, yeah, I think, and just be happy and stay positive.
Yeah, instead of being curious and asking all those questions and judging that person, it would be much better if you help them and pass
Yes.
it on with a smile.
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to do with my reels as well, trying to tell everyone that it's okay. This is normal. And I think we
Mhm.
need to normalize all the kinds of disabilities, because the more nicer and kinder you are, it will make a better place to live in. So that is
You're
all I'm doing
already
for my reel.
you're already sending ripples of that message. You're already sending a powerful message around.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I think we'll end this session, and we would be saving this session on our feed, so you can share it with your friends as well and motivate them. And
Yes,
do
I
check
will.
Paulami's reels on her account; they're awesome, and share them
Thank
as
you.
well. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so much. Thank you.
Paulami. Thank
Really
you
lovely
for
talking
joining
to
the
you.
session. Yeah, even I love talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone.